What's going on, everybody?
Whoa.
This is Little Gold's
Whoa.
Little Broski right here.
Look at this.
And we're kicking this off with Nebraska State today.
He's just taking control of this Wednesday
my channel. This is my channel.
We're going to war.
Boom. No, we're kidding. It's all in good fun. Let's start, though, with Nebraska State. We're throwing you guys for a loop today. No Ardmore leading off. We're going to have Ardmore, ACU, and Nebraska State in recruiting, so let's check it out.
But you did say Ardmore first.
Yeah.
So I'll take
They're
that.
always first in my mind.
I'll take that.
Okay, so taking a look at Nebraska State's board, you guys just saw this last week, and it's kind of interesting because we just recently got the coaching upgrade for extra 100 points per player. So now we have Tyler Dukes, Chris Wright, and Thomas Johnson. Georgie Porgy Johnson, only 500 on Georgie Porgy there. Willie the Kid, we just added him to the board, offered him a scholarship off the bat out of Kailua, Hawaii. And, I mean, this guy can be had. I mean, ACU, he's been on their board for 1 week, and they're already in second place. So this guy is begging the Big 12 to come after him. So why not? Why not us? What do you have to say about Willie the Kid?
He's a Lone Ranger.
He's a mountain of a man.
Look at his teams that he's interested in. It's all across the board. It's just like he's kind of just a mercenary.
Yeah, he's kind of like, why should I play for you? That's what he's saying. Johann Wolf out of Ames, Iowa. I'm renaming him Johann if I get him. Jordan Allen, we're in second place. Just added another 100 points.
No, it's Joe or Dan. You got to rename him.
Yeah, no,
I'm just
not doing that with everybody. Seamus O'Regan, Nebraska State is in first, leading Shreveport by a mile there. They got this dude Adam Porter out of Washington, looks pretty good. Just added Brad Jones to the board. I like the way our board is shaping up overall. Custom recruit Jack Danger, bringing the danger out of Omaha, Nebraska. Let's look a little ways down the board here. Got some more guys. I mean, this is looking pretty good. Alvin Tyson's a 4-star athlete. And again, he's in that same boat. I mean, why not us? Let's go after him, see if we can make any headway there. Ronnie Rouse, I like this guy out of Georgia. We're pretty well ahead there. Custom recruit Ranger Green. Looking pretty looking pretty good here. Ranger Green out of Kearney, Nebraska. And then we still got Larry Lemon. Larry.
All right, let's take a look at Ardmore's recruiting board here real quick. And we have an update. And I want to check out quarterback number 1. Boosh. David Tomsha and Camu. They're going after each other hard for this guy. Number 1 pocket passer in all the land. He's from Kansas, so he's kind of on the fence right now. He likes Ardmore's offense, but he likes his hometown team with Kansas A&M.
Yeah. Now, David Tomsha is been submitted by Two-Face Bison, who is a Kansas A&M fanboy.
He is.
Now, what does that mean for Ardmore?
Am I going to be nice? Am I going to take it? Am I going to take points off? Are we going to... I mean, we can't even get after Anthony Armstrong. He's just not going to be even close for us to get.
Well, the backup plan, is Chad Masters.
The backup plan is Chad Masters, and he is still gettable right now, guys. I mean, we're both in the green right now for Tomsha. Now, when we look at the visits here real quick, we do have a visit for Week 12. Camu has their visit Week 13. So I want to keep the points on here and see how this plays out. But Masters will be the guy if we cannot get Tomsha. And I'm thinking we are in a good spot in order to do that. Looking at the other players up on the board, Willie Nelson, we're down by 140. Josh Miller, we really want to go after Josh Miller, guys. Number 2 in coverage. Got to get some more corners in this Ardmore secondary. Socrates Forlow, we lost some ground here against Broken Arrow.
Does Uba have they burned their visit already? No, they haven't. So Uba making some serious headway on Socrates Forlow here.
Yeah, so we bolstered up that point value for him for this week up to 700. Darnell Savage, we might be losing a little bit of ground here. Trying to get this guy really, really bad. I think that game against Amarillo really helped us, though, in order to vault us up there a little bit. Mike Curtis seems like he's going to be a get. Chris Wright seems like he's going to be a get unless you guys keep putting more points on him.
This is fun because we rarely go head-to-head in recruiting.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Frank Larson, number 1 there. Tomsha, we talked about him. Quentin Booker looks like we're going to nab this guy. Justin Keith, another Camu and Ardmore battle here. I don't want to give up on Justin Keith, but it's looking like it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get him because Camu needs an offensive lineman just as much as we do. TJ Holt, though, we're down 810 points. Amarillo is by far in the lead there for the number 3 tackle. I'm thinking just letting him have him.
Oh, don't be nice like that.
We're pulling off. We're pulling off. We got some tackles here down a little bit later on the board. Keneal Mason, look at this. He's getting close to committing, getting real close. So hopefully he chooses us instead of ACU. Jermaine Harrison here. Let's see, Jake Royal committed to South Carolina. Just we can't even compete with that. But here's a guy, Brian Anderson. He's a 4-star running back, and he was an insta commit.
Some of these running backs, I don't get it. Like, he's a 69 overall, but he's a 4-star. I wonder if Ardmore might be, like, their scouting's not up to speed. But it is a little weird that I see guys in the 60s still get that 4-star rating. But
it is what it is.
Yep.
Randy Carpenter a tackle. Eric Evans a tackle. Bo Chapman. So we're going to get solid guys here a little bit later on.
Ron Clark.
And then Ron Clark was an insta commit as well. And then Babatunde Terrell. I love this player, man. I hope that he turns into something. So we got a pretty good board. It's shaping out to be a pretty solid class thus far. We'll make some moves here after we clear up our board with some of the guys that have already committed.
Let's check out ACU, the school where upon signing, you're legally obligated to change your name.
If it's a name like Josh Miller.
Yeah, or any name.
Or any name.
And you become something wacky, zany, something way out there.
Orpheus McConnell.
Submitted by the users. You get to become a man of the people by going to ACU. That's one of their biggest recruiting selling points, by the way.
Yeah, you get to change who you are.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Josh Miller here in the lead.
Should we, for people that have no idea what that whole thing was talking about, you get to change your name. So we'll have a recruit. All these freshmen get to be renamed at the end of the offseason.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe we should explain that.
Yeah.
We have a live stream where people throw out names in the chat, and if we like the name or we like some combination of names, then we go with that, and that's their new name. And we do that to keep it spicy. We do it to keep it spicy for you guys. Keep the meme spicy. Okay, Josh Miller in first for ACU out of Olympia Heights, Florida. Corey Simmons is in third place. We got to find a way to make up some ground here. So they're going really hard. They have a visit in week number 9. Florida and Alabama, though, have the advantage on Corey Simmons. We've been trying to get this guy for a while, and it's just really hard. Michael Logan is another middle linebacker that we're trying to get. Denver Tech right now has a pretty good chance at getting him, but AC with the early visit. Denver Tech, if they can make it to week 13, has the biggest visit advantage there. Anthony Johnson, center, out of California. Willie Nelson. Maybe I could go hard on Willie Nelson. I don't know. Maybe I could. Frank Larson is in third. So we look at this board here. This guy I want to try to get. Billy Campbell. I feel like going up against Louisiana Tech should be easier than it has been thus far.
Yes, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad looking at how La Tech is in first above all of our teams.
Maybe his dad is a coach there, or an alumni, or something or other, because I don't get the appeal.
I don't understand either.
I think Louisiana Tech's pretty cool, but I mean, when you got ACU and Denver Tech recruiting you, teams that are in the national conversation, you're an athlete, they can put you where you can play right away. They have NFL pedigree coaching staffs and crap like that. Come on, Billy Campbell.
You know what you got to do.
Get with the program. Socrates Fortlow is in fourth place. Will Bain. We have him.
Mr. Bain.
I wonder if we can maybe get some more points on him. But I mean, we're spread pretty thin, so I don't really know. You have another Campbell athlete. Looking at Northern Illinois. Willie the Kid. Currently 60 points on him. Keneal Mason strapped down to 535. So we're trying to apply some points a little bit elsewhere. This guy, Nick Lee, is a guy that we're watching. He's on Shreveport's radar as well. That would be big if Shreveport can make a push for him. Custom recruit Armani Roussel, currently in second. I think ACU is going to seal the deal on Roussel.
I do too. Yeah, I don't think that Minnesota lead is going to last for them.
Yeah, the big thing for Roussel, though, is playing time. He really wants to play right away, and he believes that Minnesota probably has a quicker pathway. But, I mean, hey, you take your lumps at ACU for a year or two, you're golden. Okay, you're going to be in the NFL someday. That's the selling point.
They grow you up.
Exactly. And that's the board for ACU currently.
All right, guys, time for a Madden update. If you guys need a reminder, Jeff Henderson is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. We did not do amazing last season. We did okay. All things considered, this is a rebuilding type of squad. And we have a couple Big 12 team builder guys. We got Jed Carmichael, man in the quarterback position, Tony Adams the third out of ACU, Andre Wingo, Logan Sweeney. So we've got it pretty much covered here. Paris McMillan at wide receiver, Drakeenan Timmons there. I think he's like the number 5 listed wide receiver, but he's a playmaker nonetheless. So we've got some offensive weapons here in the Big 12. Jeff Henderson likes his guys, his familiar guys. On defense, we don't have a lot going on for us with the Big 12 right now. Todd Parker being really the lone guy other than Underwood, who was a strong safety out in McAllen. So we got a decision to make. We are going to set our sights at about 9 wins. I think that's pretty fair, all things considered. All the moves that we made, all the draft picks that we made. I think it's fair. But you guys can see we lost by 7 points to the Buffalo Bills in an AFC East division matchup. We had a turnover, third down conversions. We had 6, so it wasn't like we weren't moving the football and converting. It's just Jed Carmichael, wasn't really that great. Okay, I mean, we even had to put Eli Manning into the game because I think Carmichael got hurt. He was 21 of 34, 61% completion percentage. Didn't throw for a lot of yards, only had about 240. Andre Wingo just could not get it done either. 8 attempts for 18 yards. Logan Sweeney, 4 for 18. We just could not get anything going, guys. Odell Beckham was pretty much shut down by his standards. And then we lost to Oakland, of all teams. Of all teams, we lose to Oakland by 3. So again, we're not scoring enough points. Jed Carmichael, through 2 weeks, does not have a single touchdown. We have 6 sacks given up against the offensive line for the Dolphins. Wingo, 15 attempts for 60 yards. Logan Sweeney, 8 attempts. So we're still trying to work him in a little bit. But, we can't move the football right now, guys. So here is some game action here in week number 3 against rival New York Jets. And you guys can see Todd Parker trying to round that off, trying to get Alex Collins wrapped up behind the backfield. He's just not fast enough to get there. But he's going to be playing pretty good in this game, applying some pressure on Sam Darnold. You guys will notice that he's right there getting double teamed, and that allows Xavier Howard to come in and get the sack on Sam Darnold. So the Jets are in 2nd and 19 situation, and there's Todd Parker again getting double teamed, and Sean Lee is able to deflect that pass, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal, which they do convert. So Jed Carmichael, again, we reiterated it for like 2 weeks now running. He hasn't been that good. He doesn't have a single touchdown pass in 2 weeks. That's not good. That is not good at all. But you guys will notice in Super Sim, Jalen Ferguson stopped Alex Collins short, and we ended up getting a safety on the play. So it's 3-2. It's 3-2 in an AFC East divisional battle. Pretty crazy, right? Andre Wingo getting one of his first carries of the game on a toss. Here's a play up at the goal line, at the 8-yard line, and Kauser's going to get a sack on Carmichael. 6-5 as we settle for the field goal. 9:47 left to go in this game, and Wingo getting the call. He has been pretty much a non-factor so far in this game. Going to get that first down. On this drive, we finally get up to about the 25-yard line after a Logan Sweeney pass and catch, and here he is again, getting another pass complete and catch up to the 7-yard line. 3rd and goal now from the 9, and Carmichael looking out to the right. He's going to find A.J. Derby, but he steps out of bounds trying to get his plant foot down. So it's going to be 4th and goal, and Henderson and Carmichael, they want to go for this. We're not settling for a field goal to get it 8-6. It's almost pointless. So we're going to run it with our horse here. Andre Wingo gets in for a touchdown, and the Dolphins are now up by 6 points, which is technically 1 score and an extra point. So it's technically 1 score. So we're okay. We got it back to a sort of football score. Todd Parker getting a good jump here, but doesn't have a lot of moves to his repertoire for him right now. He can't break free of the left guard right there. You guys will notice again, he's getting double teamed, but that's going to free up the linebackers, which is just a good team strategy, I would say. So here is Andre Wingo going to the left. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's got 15 rushes for 44 yards. Pass complete out to the right to Odell Beckham with the move and then the stiff arm and enough body control to get to the first down and more. 22-yard line right now. Pass complete to Paris McMillan, and he fumbles the football. He fumbles the football. Unreal, dude. You didn't have a lot of action all game long, and you finally get the football in your hands and you fumble. Unreal. So as we simulate a little bit further, it's 15-6, and this pass complete. What a throw by Carmichael, and what a hookup to OBJ, who's going to turn it into a touchdown. That's Carmichael's first touchdown on the season. This is going to go for a 30-yard strike. So, guys, we destroyed the Jets today on the road. 30-6, your final score, and Carmichael was good. And it's good to see that. But it might be because he had more of a running game today with Andre Winko going over 100 yards. Obviously, Logan Sweeney got involved in the passing game as well. And OBJ was a big factor in the way that we played today and in the success that we had today. 31-16, New England beats Miami, so we lose by 15 points. Carmichael, yet again, no touchdowns, no picks. He was 19 of 29 for 65%, but he also got sacked again 6 times. So this offensive line, guys, is not good. But Andre Wingo was very good. 11 attempts for 131 and 2 scores, so he kept us in. Beckham, 5 catches for 92. Kenny Stills still, well, I see what I did there. He's still a factor in this offense. 17-14, again, we're not scoring a lot of points, but we do win this football game. Our defense is playing pretty well, all things considered. Outside of that New England game, I think our defense is one of our strong points. It's kind of weird to say that, but Jeff Henderson, he's acquired all these offensive guys, and we really haven't put it together offensively yet, but defensively, we're looking pretty good. 117 yards for OBJ and a score. And you guys saw Carmichael had 2 touchdown passes, and one of those 2 went to Drakeenan Timmons for a 25-yard strike. So there's your season stats so far to this point, and CJ Wicks, 4 touchdowns. Best quarterback possibly this season out of the Big 12 is looking like it's going to be Montana Flynn. He's got 11 touchdowns and 3 picks. But excuse me, check that fact. Robert Bishop, 14 touchdowns and 3 picks, guys. He is playing out of his mind right now. And this is sorted by yards. So Montana Flynn right up there. Bishop's right up there. So we knew that about those guys. We knew that they were pretty darn good. Carson Jackson, though, leading all the Big 12 rookies with touchdown catches with 6 and yards as well. Rushing-wise, Andre Wingo's right up there as far as Big 12 notables. Nick Reed Jr. right up there as well. Logan Sweeney. So that's going to be your Madden update, guys. We'll see you on the flip side.
Let's check out the top 25.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hey, number 2, Ardmore.
This is very interesting that Ohio State won and dropped places.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's surprising.
It's crazy. You know what? I don't mean to take anything away from ACU. They were number 2, now they're number 1.
And they're on a bye week.
I don't know what's going on. It doesn't make any sense. Ohio State loses 2 spots. I mean, I'm okay with it. But
remember, I mean, we didn't have this in last week's video, but there were some intercut scoring updates, and Ohio State was losing to Northwestern in the second half of that football game. So they really did not impress the voters, and they're like, well, you know, hey, Ardmore ACU's undefeated. Why not them? CC Ardmore has 26 first-place votes. That's actually pretty impressive. I mean, you do have a contingent of people out there that are voting for the Thunderwolves.
And there's only one first-place vote for Ohio State to be the number 1 team after the week before they were the number 1 team. So I don't know what is going on with the media coverage, but apparently they like the Big 12.
It's that sweet ESPN deal, man. We're reaching households like nobody's business.
Probably.
Denver Tech also picking up a vote, as well as Kansas A&M.
Wow.
Very interesting. McAllen ahead of Alabama. Alabama's back, man. This team's looking pretty good. They're led by Mac Jones this year. No more Tua, but they got Mac Jones.
In full force.
Absolutely. All right. Let's check down a ways. Got Washington undefeated here. Stanford 3-2. Oregon undefeated 4-0. Nebraska State
went from unranked to number 20 after that win over Uba. You guys are undefeated 5-0. I think that's deserved.
I do too. as spotty as we looked against for the last 2 weeks, I mean, you can't take away the fact that we beat Nebraska and Oregon State, and we're undefeated. So, like, hey, you gotta throw us a bone here and get us, 20th. I think that's absolutely fair. Little Rock checks in at 24th. Marshall might have a good season, maybe a BCS busting year. Midland State receiving votes, Amarillo as well.
Heisman watch time. Oh, baby! It's the first time I've seen this. Heck yes. John Hicks is number 1 right now in the Heisman ranking. I love that.
That's interesting. I'm a little disappointed that we don't have any team builder guys. And it might have been because a lot of them were off last week.
That's
like
probably
Harkless and Makovich. Hopefully they will come back onto the scene here with a week of play. But, I mean, Hicks versus Robinson, Peters, Franks, and Chandler.
When you're throwing for 5 touchdowns against a ranked opponent and your team's undefeated, number 2 in the nation, I think he's a major reason why. And, yeah, you got to give him some love. So I'm honestly not surprised. Time to take a look at the players of the week. Here's the NCAA All Honors, Felipe Franks and Raymond Smith.
Good job, Raymond.
Then Big 12, 2 Ardmore players, Derek Andrews.
Wow.
What?
Well, it was a thin week. There was only 6 teams playing.
True. Very true. So if there's any time that he's going to win anything like this, that'll be the week. John Hicks having 5 touchdowns. Well deserved.
So let's check out Nebraska State here. This is a big week for us. I mean, we are playing ACU. Okay, so we know that we need to score points in bunches here. And so far, Keith not doing it. Let's try that again. Graham Keith taking first team reps. This time hits Vivaldi. Okay. This time Shinovsky spread it out at wideout. Man, another bad pass. So Keith, they're giving him a chance here. And so far, he is not taking advantage. Shinovsky makes a catch. So now Shinovsky here running option. That's kind of what he likes to do. Getting in there with the option. So the interesting question I think for us, and we'll talk about this in the preview, but how are we going to score with ACU? The way we've been trending, did not score a lot of points against Nebraska, Ball State, or Broken Arrow. Our quarterbacks right now are just not playing that hot right now, and it's like, where are the points going to come from? You gotta score 5 touchdowns if we want to win this game.
The question mark really comes down to, with Shinovsky, he's got a little bit more athleticism than Graham Keith. He's not going to be able to throw the football as good as Keith, I would not imagine. But then again, I mean, he's going to be able to run that read option a lot better than Keith would. So if you want to do a little bit more conservativeness, maybe kill that clock a little bit, capitalize and be efficient on your touchdowns that you do get in your drives, but it's like it's a risk reward. If you go with Keith, you can get into a shootout. If you go with Shinovsky, you might be able to nip at him a little bit and steal a win.
Yeah, so basically what we're trying to say, quarterback battle has not yet been decided. Okay, let's check out the conference standings right now. Only 1 week of play into the season. Half of the league is playing, the half had the week off. Any thoughts right now after seeing the first slate of games?
Denver Tech.
They haven't even played yet.
I think that pass offense is just too legit. I mean, take a look. They're number 2 ranked in the points for. Their defense is rated first. Now, they do have 1 less game than everybody up at the top there. Kansas A&M, Nebraska State, Amarillo. All played 5. Midland State, Odessa, and Denver Tech have played 4, but I just think Denver Tech is probably the team to watch out for the most.
So what you're saying is that Camu and Nebraska State did not impress you enough to make you think that they can contend with Denver Tech.
No, Little Rock's a good team, but Kansas A&M just didn't do a whole lot to make me feel like they could beat Denver Tech this season. And Nebraska State, obviously, there's a lot of question marks there. Defense has been playing well. The offense has kind of been spotty and shoddy. Just too many question marks. I don't know. Maybe Denver Tech could possibly get into a shootout with Odessa. That could be a possibility. Maybe Midland State could knock them off a little bit, but for those 2 teams, Camu and Nebraska State, I don't really think they can take Denver Tech out.
All right, and so far the Big 12 East is 1-2 in conference play. Little Rock with the loss. This was a team that I had some hopes for. They didn't take too big of a hit in the rankings, but I mean, they got to win this week. They draw Odessa State, so if they want to be the sleeper team,
yeah,
you got to put that loss behind you, move forward, play better next week. Uba, again, it's going to be tough for them to make a bowl game. I think the defense is playing okay, a little bit spotty, but it's really the offense putting the defense in bad situations. Defense is getting turnovers. Offense is not capitalizing.
That's fair. That's fair. I was going to point to the number there. 141 points against is the worst defense as far as points given up goes in this Big 12 East. Perhaps the entire Big 12. Ardmore's rated second in that category, but our offense is the best in that division.
Yeah, you do have an extra game on teams like ACU and McAllen, but
yeah. All right, time to check out the week number 7 matchups here, guys. Let's go ahead and get this preview underway. Nebraska State at ACU. I have no idea. My gut's
Really?
telling me ACU all the way. You guys are not going to be able to hang in there with points. The defense is too good. But, you know, there's just this... You just got that user advantage. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, EA.
awesome. Yeah, hashtag user advantage, perhaps. Here's what I like. I like our defense. I like our run defense, but the run defense isn't really going to matter against ACU. I mean, they're ranking there at 224 per game is because they're annihilating people, and they can afford to just run the ball. They still want to throw,
right.
So if they get in a tough matchup, like they're going to be throwing 80% of the time. That's just what ACU does. ACU averaging 593 and 51.
It's a lot.
Okay,
It's a lot, man.
I have a bad feeling about this game. I think I'm going to get shelled.
Wow.
Because
You've
I
never
don't
been
think
shelled, though.
I don't think I can score with them. And I did last year, and I really don't know why. I mean, last year we played them pretty close. It was a good game. Came down to maybe the last possession or two, but I mean, just the way Shinosky and Keith are playing right now, they're not moving the football effectively. We're 99th in total offense. I can't keep up with this team.
If this is a real life game, you would go with ACU all the way. It's just there's too much David and Goliath here going on, and I think the Spartans will
Romp.
nip the Prairie Dogs. Camu and McAllen, pretty cool matchup in my opinion.
Yeah, this is a game I've been waiting to see. I was kind of hoping maybe we could get this in a Big 12 title game, but I'll take this here, a top 6 matchup.
Look at that turnover differential for McAllen.
They are looking good right now. McAllen, very balanced. 14th in offense, 14th in defense. Camu, very balanced as well. 22 offense, 11 defense.
Interesting thing, we always mention the Leroy Jackson connection here between when he was at Denver Tech as an offensive coordinator and now the head coach here at McAllen. Harkless Blair seems to be that Drakina Timmons mold. But the big thing is he's bringing what he learned or what he saw from the defense for Denver Tech over to McAllen. They always had a really high turnover differential, and that turnover differential allowed them to win games. Really helped put their offense in good spots, and the offense actually capitalized on those opportunities. So McAllen seems to be that Denver Tech-y type of team. Maybe they're not as dominant, but they're building into that. And Camu's got a tough test in this game, especially on the road. That secondary, we've talked about, it's been kind of here and there a little bit. Offense, they can hang with them, though. They can hang.
Yeah.
They can definitely hang. 39 points per game compared to 43.3. It's going to be tough, guys. This is a toss-up for me. I think I'm going to go with Camu, though.
I'm going to go McAllen. Maybe I'm a little bit of a homer because McAllen's my team and Camu's yours. But
That's probably got something to do with it.
yeah. McAllen, I think this team is like rolling. They look elite to me.
Yeah, that's the one drawback is you're right. They do look elite. I'm taking the Amber Wave, though, because I think they have a more complete package.
It's just a gamer kind of team.
Amarillo at Shreveport. It's a lot of the more favorite teams of the entire dynasty.
Well,
Shreveport got a lot of quarterback issues, but they can pound the football. I'm going to take Shreveport.
I'm leaning that way too. I just think that it would be kind of an upset. I think most people would go with Amarillo based on what they've seen so far. They saw Shreveport struggle against Wake Forest. This will be a played game, so you guys will watch this one as well. So you got to take that into consideration. I think Shreveport has performed worse in shown games versus
true.
sim games.
Who's playing quarterback, right? It's basically going to come down. Is it going to come down to the quarterback? It usually does. And when you look at that rush defense for Amarillo, number 9, compared to number 6 running offense for Shreveport, it's kind of a weird matchup.
Yeah.
One team's like to run, one team likes to stop the run. Shreveport doesn't have the quarterback.
It really is a make or break kind of football game because the loser going to be at a huge disadvantage for making a bowl game. I say especially Shreveport. Amarillo probably has a little bit better of a chance to pull off upsets in conference. Shreveport does not have that chance as they draw Denver Tech from the West. Like, I think Amarillo in a better spot if they lose. Shreveport, I would consider this a must-win game, so I think Shreveport, out of desperation, going to win this one at home.
I'm going to take Shreveport as well because of the reasons you just mentioned. Odessa State at Little Rock. This is the live stream game.
Yeah, we talked about it in the previous video. We're going to show 5 games in the first upload. Second upload will be at night. So you guys are going to be able to watch this game unfold for your very eyes. Should be pretty fun. Odessa State coming in at 528 yards of offense per game. That's about 150-ish more than Little Rock right now.
If Cameron Willis can take care of the football, because Little Rock forces a lot of turnovers, number 1 in the nation at 9 so far this season. If Cameron Willis can take care of the football, I think Odessa State wins this game. Because I don't really believe in Little Rock's defense. I know that I just mentioned their turnover differential, but this is all based on a lot of out-of-conference teams.
Yeah.
And not the best and highest competition. Their run offense, garbage, 126. Passing offense, they're number 9. So it might be a shootout here. But when push comes to shove, I would rather take Odessa State's offense versus Little Rock's offense right now. Gunner Rivers isn't ready to throw to.
I'm going to take Little Rock. I think they just play better defense. I think it's going to frustrate Cameron Willis. Give me the Battlehawks.
Midland State at Ardmore. Midland State has now found themselves unranked, where Ardmore is now number 2.
The Notre Dame game really could have gone either way. I think they got just a tough break. It'll be a unique challenge for Ardmore because the way you have to attack them is in their secondary, obviously.
They're young.
Very young, a lot of true freshmen in there. They have Trayvon Blunt, but he's the only guy right now who's a veteran leader on that secondary. So the way to attack them is through the air, and you're comfortable running it. And that's running into the teeth of their defense. Hicks is going to have to wing this football around the stadium to win this one.
Which he can do. But he
would rather run.
He would rather do that, but against Amarillo, we had that 5-touchdown performance.
Exactly.
So that was a nice tune-up for what we're going to have to be able to do against Midland State. I don't know. This one's a toss-up for me. Remember last year, guys, we lost on a field goal.
Missed field goal, yep.
Pretty much cost us the game, yep. Yeah. So we're out for revenge. We are going to be at home, and we're going to be wearing the gray unis. The Thunder. The Storm.
I'm going to take Ardmore. I believe in you guys. I think this is the year that it's going to come together. Oh, no.
This is bad news.
Oh.
Does this even need a preview? I'm taking Denver Tech.
That's going to be a laugher, man. It's probably going to get that bad.
Yeah, I'm taking Denver Tech.
Uba we know what the story is right now. They cannot move the football with any kind of consistency. Todd Orlando's offensive philosophy, it's really PJ Flex. He's the offensive coordinator right now. It's just not working. They're running a lot of read option, which is what Christian is able to do, but it's just not consistent enough down the field to convert first downs. And it's like, they're just going to screw up. And it's like, what are you going to do about it? They can't get the ball into the end zone, which is object number 1 in the game of gridiron American football. You got to get the ball in the freaking end zone.
And Denver Tech can do that with a ton of proficiency. So yes, Denver Tech all the way. And plus this defense for Uba hasn't been able to really figure it out either.
They're doing okay, but not good enough. How about this? Over-under in this game. What's the spread right now? Spread is Denver Tech on the road by 24.5. Are you taking the points? Are you taking Denver Tech minus the points?
I would take Broken Arrow in that.
You think they're going to keep it within 24.5?
I think that the final score would be Broken Arrow losing by 21.
I'll say 55-17.
That's a freaking blowout. That's going to be it for week number 7 preview. Leave a like if you like this thing, and we will see you guys on Saturday for 5-game video number 1. Will be in the afternoon, and then we'll have the Odessa State at Little Rock live stream kicking off at what time?
8 o'clock, just like it says. 7 o'clock Central Time at Riverbank Stadium.
Yes, so we will see you guys there. Hope you guys like the NFL update. Hope you guys like this preview as well. Make your picks for week number 7 at the Google form link below in the comment section and in the description. Or if you want to make it at GoGloverGaming.com in the Team Builder section, you guys can do that as well. Heel Boys picks are up and ready to be viewed for you guys too if you need some professional analysis on who to pick. So we will see you guys in the next one. As always, peace.